Hi, I am so glad you're joining me today. As we head into the fall season, I know many of us are preparing to shift gears and settle back into routines. So I thought in today's episode, I would share with you 3 simple ways that I'm grounding myself in confidence, clarity, and happiness so that I don't default to autopilot. Whether you're returning to work, adjusting to a new schedule, or simply craving more intention in living your life, this is your gentle guide to starting the season in alignment. Let's do this. It's time to choose happy. Hi, I'm Marie, and this is Choose Happy with Marie, the podcast that helps you break free from negative thoughts and reconnect with what really lights you up. If you've done everything right, but you still feel stuck or off track, I want you to know you're not alone. Each week, I share mindset shifts, affirmations, and real-life reflections to help you come home to yourself and live a life that feels good to live. You're in the right place. Let's get started. Hello, how are you? Welcome back to another episode of Choose Happy with Marie. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found your way to this space. This podcast is all about helping you break free from negative thinking and become the calm, confident leader of your own life. Today's episode is especially for those of us who are feeling the pull of change as we transition from summer to fall. This season often brings a return to routines, whether that's school, work, or just the shift in rhythm that naturally happens this time of the year for those of us who live in a 4-season climate. And with that shift can come both excitement and stress. That's why I wanted to share 3 powerful things that have been helping me feel grounded and happy as I navigate this transition. Things I hope that will support you too. Let me know. I also have a Choose Happy affirmation that I'll be sharing with you as well later on in the show. This isn't about hustle or pressure. It's about clarity, calm, and leading yourself with intention. All right, let's jump in. Tip number 1, embrace the power of personal rituals. One of the most supportive things that I've been doing lately is creating small, nourishing rituals that help anchor me into the present moment. I'm not talking about complex routines or hours of journaling, although if that works for you, amazing. I mean small, doable rituals that bring me back to myself every day. For example, I like to start my morning with coffee and a few pages of free writing. This practice, which is often called morning pages, gives me space to clear the mental clutter. No pressure. I have no filter when I write. I just write whatever is on my mind. And if you're curious about the morning pages approach, I did do an episode on that, and I will link it in the show notes in case you want to listen to it. With every morning pages entry that I write, I finish that day's entry with 3 things that I'm grateful for as I start the day. This is really powerful because when we practice gratitude, we are pivoting our mindset towards positivity, towards abundance instead of lack in our life. And it just takes a few minutes, but it completely shifts my energy. For you, it might be reading a few pages of a book that you're wanting to read in quiet, or if you want to step outside for some fresh air before the day begins. Whatever brings you back to yourself and helps to ground you, start there. When we root into our own rituals, we move from reactive to intentional living. And that's how we can create our happy life, our version of a happy life. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2, set boundaries that protect your energy. The second shift that's helped me lead myself with more happiness and clarity is boundaries. It is so easy to slip back into yes to everything mode, especially at the start of a new season. But I've learned that I can't show up fully for others if I'm constantly saying yes at the expense of my well-being. Lately, I have been practicing guilt-free no's. It's not easy, but I've been practicing it. I'm saying no to overcommitting, no to things that don't align with my values. And I am saying yes to things that create peace, that bring me happiness, and that includes protecting my lunch break. Yes, it does. I will step away on my lunch break. I used to work through lunches. Not anymore, not unless there's something like absolutely urgent. My lunch break is my lunch break, and I'm entitled to spend it as I want or need to. I invite you to take that into consideration, to take back those moments in your day that are yours, and stop the people-pleasing tendencies. Stop saying yes to everybody else when it starts saying no to you. It might mean taking something off your plate entirely. It might mean letting go of old obligations that no longer serve you and where you want to take your life, and that is okay. I invite you to ask yourself, what boundaries would support your happiness this season? Where do you need to say no more, so that you can say yes to you and your peace? I invite you to reflect on that. Tip number 3, last but definitely not least, is self-compassion. Even good change can feel hard. And during transitions, it's easy to expect ourselves to snap right back into routines or feel on top of everything. But I've learned that harsh inner pressure, that doesn't help. Kindness to ourselves does. So now I give myself the full month of September to settle in. Not to be perfect, but to adjust. Instead of criticizing myself when things feel off, I pause and I remind myself, this is a transition and I'm allowed to move slowly. I'm allowed to learn as I go and pivot as needed. And you are too. If you tend to get frustrated with yourself during seasonal shifts, try softening the voice in your head. Let your self-talk be the same voice that you would use to encourage a friend. That's how you lead yourself with compassion. So this is just a little quickie that I wanted to put in here as we start transitioning from summer to fall. And before we wrap up, I did say I was going to share a new Choose Happy affirmation. So I want to share with you, this is more of a grounding affirmation that you can use anytime you need a little extra clarity and courage this season. I will say it and then I'll repeat it 3 times, and you are welcome to join me if you're in a place where you can do that. If not, listen to the episode at a later time and you can do it again. I'm always here for you. Just save the episode. So here we go. The Choose Happy affirmation to help us during this seasonal change is as follows. I am ready for this season of change, and I choose happiness in all things. I am ready for this season of change, and I choose happiness in all things. I am ready for this season of change, and I choose happiness in all things. Repeat this anytime you need to remind yourself that you have what it takes to meet this season with strength, softness, and intention. So as you head into the new season of fall, remember, you get to choose your pace, you get to create space for happiness, and you are worthy of kindness from yourself, most of all. Let your rituals, your daily rituals, help root you. Let your boundaries protect you. And let your compassion guide you forward. You are more than capable of living your happy life, even through seasonal changes. And if you haven't already, be sure to grab your free guide, Choose Happy, Break Free from Negative Thinking, that I released earlier this month. The link is in the show notes. It's packed with simple daily tools, 7 daily tools for each day to help you create your happy life one step at a time. Wishing you a beautiful start to this new season. Until next time, have a wonderful week choosing happy. Cheers! Thanks for listening to Choose Happy with Marie. If today's episode spoke to you, I would love it if you could share it with a friend or leave a quick review for the show. It helps more women find this kind of support. Remember, you don't have to overhaul your life to start feeling better. You just have to choose happy right where you are, one choose happy choice at a time. I'll see you next time. Take care.